Hi guys, Abel Andres here of Yugatech, and today we're sharing with you our side-by-side comparison of the LG V20 and the Asus Zenfone 3 Deluxe. Ready? Let's go! Both the LG V20 and the Asus Zenfone 3 Deluxe are among the top contenders in the phablet category, especially now that the Galaxy Note 7 is out of the question. The V20 is a second generation phablet from LG, and so is the Zenfone 3 Deluxe. Both devices have their own distinct features, so this is not going to be an easy comparison. With an all-metal body of the Zenfone 3 Deluxe, it's a huge departure from last year's model. The LG V20, on the other hand, is more of a refinement from last year's model. While both have a 5.7-inch display, the Zenfone 3 Deluxe is thinner, lighter, and more compact. Both devices have a sleek but simple industrial design. The Zenfone 3 Deluxe is more ergonomic, hides the camera band really well, and has a higher screen-to-body ratio. However, the V20 is more rugged and shock resistant. Plus, it has a removable back cover, which we really like. Between the two, the Zenfone 3 Deluxe is easier to handle with one hand. It has a more refined look, so we give this point to Asus. As mentioned earlier, both have a 5.7-inch display. The Zenfone 3 Deluxe has a higher screen-to-body ratio, but the resolution is just 1080p or Full HD. The LG V20 has a much higher pixel density at 1440p. The Super AMOLED of the Zenfone 3 Deluxe looks brighter and more vibrant, while the IPS LCD looks a little more realistic and well-balanced for the V20. There's really no clear winner here, but we think the V20 took the edge. In terms of hardware, both the Zenfone 3 Deluxe and the LG V20 come with a Snapdragon 820 processor paired with an Adreno 530 GPU. The Zenfone 3 Deluxe has 50% more RAM at 6GB compared to the 4GB on the V20. In our benchmark test, the V20 got a slightly better score, but we think it's not that significant, and the 6GB RAM on the Zenfone 3 Deluxe deserves the point here. While both handsets are running on the Android OS, the LG V20 takes the distinction of having Android 7.0 Nougat compared to the Android 6.0 Marshmallow on the Zenfone 3 Deluxe. This one is pretty easy, and the V20 easily takes the point. If we compare the camera on paper, the LG V20 already has an advantage over the Zenfone 3 Deluxe. The V20 comes with a 16-megapixel dual rear camera, one of which has a nice wide-angle lens and an aperture opening of f1.8. On the other hand, the Zenfone 3 Deluxe has a bigger 23-megapixel sensor with f2.0 aperture. Both have optical image stabilization, laser and face detection autofocus, HDR, manual mode, dual LED flash, and 4K video recording. Nonetheless, we wanted to see how these camera features perform in real-world scenarios, so saying that the proof of the pudding is in the eating actually applies here. Check out the side-by-side comparison of the two cameras below. For the most part, the LG V20 took the better stills and video. We also like the fact that the wide-angle lens really provides drama and field of view of the subject. The capability of the sensors become more apparent once we did some low-light photos both in auto and manual mode. In auto mode, you can see the noise in the photo from the Zenfone 3 Deluxe here compared to the smoother results of the V20. When we set it to manual mode and put the settings at ISO 50 and a 13-second shutter speed, the difference in the output is very prominent. This convinced us that the camera on the V20 is better. In terms of battery capacity, the LG V20 with its 3200 mAh battery has a slight edge over the 3000 mAh of the Zenfone 3 Deluxe. In our standard video loop test, the Zenfone 3 Deluxe lasted 15 hours and 15 minutes. While the LG V20 got 11 hours and 30 minutes. We set the screen brightness at 50%, volume is at 0, and set it on airplane mode. In terms of power consumption, this is really between the 1080p AMOLED display of the Zenfone 3 Deluxe and the 1440p IPS LCD display of the V20. It looks like Asus made the right decision by sticking to the 1080p resolution. We give the score to the Zenfone 3 Deluxe. Sound is also important, so we looked into this. In the Zenfone 3 Deluxe, the speakers are positioned at the bottom of the handset. Nothing really special here, but the audio is pretty good, volume is loud at the max settings, though it lacks a little bit of bass. The LG V20 also has the single speaker at the bottom end with the same maximum level of loudness. However, the bass on the V20 is very noticeable that playing the same song from both the device at the same time will distinctly show how better it is. We give this point to the LG V20. There are some little features that we think should also be taken into consideration in this comparison. In the case of the Zenfone 3 Deluxe, we like the dual SIM hybrid setup as well as the fingerprint sensor at the back. On the other hand, we like the secondary display on the V20, which is very unique, and the IR blaster on top of the same fingerprint sensor and hybrid dual SIM features. Obviously, the LG V20 has more extra features here and gets the score. The LG V20 will retail for 35,990 pesos for the 64GB model, and that comes with a 200GB free micro SD card. On the other hand, the Zenfone 3 Deluxe retails for 34,990 pesos for the 6GB RAM and 64GB storage. We give the score to the Zenfone 3 Deluxe. We like the design and the hardware of the Zenfone 3 Deluxe, but the LG V20 certainly got a wider margin over it on all other departments. Our overall verdict goes to the LG V20. Well, we hope this video did help you decide between the two phablets. If you have questions about the Zenfone 3 Deluxe and the LG V20, just leave them in the comments down below. Hit thumbs up if you like this video or consider subscribing for more videos like this. Once again, this is Abe and see you in the next one.